So that is the song about Stevie Biko, which is really a song about courage and a song about a dream. He knew that he was going to have his children and his children's children go to a place. He was sending his children and children's children to a place that he would not be at. And that's okay. But to send them there without giving them something that will help them along the way, without teaching them and letting them know, you are a queen, you are a princess, in action, and then showing them how to follow their dreams. So we're talking about that tonight, and I'm quite excited to just read a little bit for you what someone else wrote about what a dream is. This touched me quite personally when I read it, because it actually highlighted to me that, in fact, this is how I've been experiencing this whole dreaming and knowing that you've got to wake up for your dreams to come true. It's not enough to have visions. It's not enough to have dreams. It's imperative that whatever you do, you find something to do with your hands, whatever it is, whatever you've got at your disposal. Nobody's asking you to have 10 million rand to start a new business, but start what you can. Sell what you can if that's your thing. Do what you can right where you are. Start where you are. Dreams are like oak trees. The best time to plant an oak tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time to plant an oak tree is today. So, your dream is something that grabs you. It is with you 24 hours a day. When you are busy with work or normal conversation, the dream should be burning inside you. It will not just be an ordinary flame. It should be nothing short of being an inextinguishable flame. It cannot be doused by disappointments of any kind. If it elicits no interest from other people, it doesn't matter. If other people spit on your dreams, it shouldn't matter. The fire must keep burning. When that fire burns inside of you. Okay, so I'm not asking you to go borrow fire from next door. No, look in your own heart, see what it is that you dream about. What are your nightmares made of? What is it in your nightmares that you don't have? What it is in your best dreams that you do have? And those, somewhere in between there, if you look in between, you will find the answer of what your dreams are. But some of us are lucky enough to actually have our live dreams happen. It all is about do now. Don't procrastinate. Don't be inactive. Don't lie there. Don't say tomorrow. Jeez, I've just said so many don'ts. Plant a seed. I encouraged you last week, and I hope you did it, to find a sense of wonder, to do something or be part of something that restores to you your sense of wonder. Your sense of wonder is really the thing that will burn bright and make you feel alive. It is the thing that you are born to bring into this world. I know some of what it is for me. I know that you know what it is for you. No, it does not necessarily mean you have to quit everything you're doing right now and stop doing everything and just wait for that moment to start. Your life does not start somewhere when you get somewhere. No, your life started. You are in it. It's happening right now. It's on. It is so on. So, to be a winner, run your own race. Run your own race. Let go of self-doubt. Let go of the lies you tell yourself. Yes, I'm going to do this at the very first. I had a friend many years ago that used to say, when you asked her when she's going to do something, you wanted her to do very badly, and then she'd go, on the first. And then you'd say, on the first of what? And then she'd say, on the very first opportunity I get. And I think to myself, there's so many first opportunities that you've gotten, but you did not judge them. So anyway, so letting go of the lies we tell ourselves. Letting go of the terrible thoughts that we have in our own minds about ourselves. We've talked about this. We've talked about the amount of thoughts that there is, the kind of thoughts that there are. The fact that some of them are there to try and say to you, oh, be safe here, or be vigilant here, or be careful there. I don't mind about that. Thank those thoughts. Thank you very much, mind, for taking care of me. But then deep down, look for that one thing that says, this is a good reason, a good way that you could live. What you want, everything you want with your life, with your heart, is in your grasp if you do just this thing. What is that thing? What is that one thing for you? This will encourage you always to be your personal best, to compete with no one else. You see, the person next to me may just be for lack of a better imagination on my part, may probably be a builder. And here I am, in fact, not a builder, an artist. And guess what? If we measure each other according to our own potential and our own dreams and the things that run through our minds, the ideas that you have, do not take lightly any idea you've got. Put it to action as soon as possible. One of the great writers I read says, fail and fail quickly as possible. Put it into action, explore it as much as you can and as quickly as possible. I add to that something I've learned, to guard your heart with diligence, to not share the story of where you are going. You know, in the old days when people had to travel roads that were dangerous and all of that, they actually knew what cunning and what wisdom to practice while on the road. So you wouldn't find a fellow traveler telling the entire story of where they are going and what they hope to find there and all of that to a stranger who's also a traveler, because you never know if that same traveler is looking for the same thing. However, the sky is big enough for all who fly in it. Besides people knowing what you are going at, there's also the thing about people being able to douse your fire so quickly. I got so upset, so stark raving mad. I do get mad every now and then, and I pull myself towards myself and I talk nicely to myself, but you know what? It happens. So guess what? I had one of those people, an acquaintance, a neighbor, a person I happen to know by passing by their house every day, try to flag me down like it's an emergency and tell me that, oh, there's a syndicate running around. No. And I very nicely said to them, I'm so sorry, but I'm rushing somewhere. I'll be with you soon. But in my heart, that was one of those things I needed to do to guard my heart with diligence. Because you see, when you know what it's like to live in a place where it's no longer crime, it's a way of life, the last thing you want is to be trying to chase your dreams and someone tells you you can't do it because it's scary outside. Yes, it's scary. That's exactly why there's people like me making every effort to make it work, because fear will make you cower and be smaller than what you need to be, and be smaller than what your life deserves and what your life demands of you. It will rob you of your joy, dull your shine, and it will steal your everything. The dreams are there. Every time something negative comes at you, a new dream of positive that gives you courage, that is a gateway to adventure, will present itself to you. When we embrace those, that is when we become a winner every moment. I was encouraged by a conversation I was having with my 8-year-old niece, and I was saying to her, you know, if you make sure to make your bed every single morning, when you wake up and you make your bed, and you go out and you have a horrible day, you come back to a beautifully made bed on which you can relax. When you wake up and you want to go after the big things outside, and you can remember that you already won over your tidy bed. It's one win you've already had this morning. You can go out there and flatten all others. Because you see, the effort we need to take is only what is equal to our particular abilities right this moment. That is why it can only be taken right now. Embrace courage. Whatever course you decide on, there is always someone who will tell you that you're wrong. There are always difficulties rising which tempt you to believe that your critics are right. Map out a course of action and follow it right to the end. It will give you comfort to know that you are living your truth. I'm going to play you one of those songs that gave me such excitement and joy this morning, and I hope that it is as good to you as it was to me.
Made of water